Hey everybody, I'm Aaron, and you're watching Prepping Ohio. So I get a lot of questions asking how to go about getting into ham radio. I'm using one right here. I'm about 400 yards away from my house, and I'm running strictly on internet with this one. This little guy right here, FT70D, one of the best radios that you can start out with. So how do you get into radio? Well, man, you just do some research. Go online, look at stuff, go online. Is that even a thing anymore? The internet is everywhere. It's not like you're gonna go online. You're always online, right? Well, maybe not. But the big thing is just get on the internet and search how to get a ham radio license. And that's kind of the biggest part right there, is you have to have a license if you want to be on. But you don't have to have a license if you want to listen. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff online that's going to try to sell you stuff. You buy this and we guarantee you can pass your whatever test. If you buy this, you'll win. You got her. You're not going to need any of that stuff online. All you got to do is just do your studying. You don't have to have those online guaranteed pass your test things if you spend your 1995 here and such and go on. And no, you don't have to do that. It's not that big of a deal. All you really got to do is do a little studying, get your technician's book, and do the reading. Go online and watch videos. There's videos everywhere, free. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You don't have to go on and join some kind of membership nonsense. You don't have to do that. You just go study your technician exam, and you take your technician exam. And once you take it, if you study good enough, you're going to make it. You're going to be fine. You'll pass. If you don't, well, you just try again. You know what they call a ham radio operator who just barely passed his test? They still call him a ham radio operator. One of my favorite things to do with ham radio is to be outdoors. Like right now, it's about midnight, and I'm outside. I'm way outside. And I know you can't see anything behind me, but it's so beautiful. Let me show you a few clips of what it looks like in the daytime. A little bit ago I mentioned the FT70D. It's one of my favorite radios. I'm not really a Yaesu guy, but this here is probably the best handheld or mobile or base whatever nonsense that any amateur could get to be the beginner sort of radio. Now this one has a leather case on it that I bought aftermarket, It is also made by Yaesu, but this is absolutely the best beginner radio out there today. Now there are the Baofeng UV5Rs that are super popular. Everybody loves the Baofeng UV5R. And what's the best radio to start out with? I will absolutely recommend the Yaesu FT70D. Now these things are close to $200, a little less. I checked them yesterday and it was right like 180 at DX Engineering, and I think it was 175 at Gigaparts with free shipping, so that's obviously a better deal if you're counting pennies and stuff. There are cheaper radios out there, but not radios that are capable of this. This is FM, which most of the cheap radios can do. I shouldn't say cheap, I should say it less expensive. A little less expensive than this, and then you can do some cool FM stuff. You can talk to repeaters, you can simplex with people. This one gives you digital. You see the blue and green? That means right now that I'm connected to AmericaLink, and this AmericaLink is worldwide. There are worldwide repeaters, but that nobody uses. But through my hotspot at my house, which is about 400 yards that way, there's still enough signal to come here. You hear that owl? I think the owl wants to talk a little bit. Pretty cool. So how to get into radio? It's really simple. You take a test, you pass your test, you're on the radio. The hard part is finding a place that will test you, especially now with all this whooping cough COVID nonsense going on right now. It's a little difficult to actually find a place that will test you. Now there's all kind of resources online that you can take, free, that you can study. YouTube is absolutely full of knowledge. If you take the time and you do your own studying, you'll be fine. You'll pass the technician's exam, you'll pass the general if you want to, and then you can even go on to the amateur extra if you want to. Me personally, I'm still at a general. I was going to take the amateur extra test this spring, but the whole COVID nonsense crap happened, and I'm still waiting to get into that. There are other places that are doing exams right now, but I kind of want to stay close to home. You don't have to go with digital. See the two green? Sorry, let me turn this down. The two green, that means analog. I'm picking up some analog here too. Now let's just turn this all the way off because we don't hear about that. But the simplicity of a ham radio. This little thing right here I can just stuff in my pocket, and it's a peace of mind. Now there was somebody that commented on the group a while back, and I thought, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not going to call the person out by name, but I will call them out by comment. They said that having a ham radio license is a way to control you, so they can shut you down at any time they want. Buddy, that's just dumb. Now you look at a ham radio license as a trophy. It's something that you earned, you worked for, and you achieved. That's your license. Your call sign is sacred. That's yours. You can change it if you want. You have to go through the steps to do that. But that call sign is very, very unique. And it's issued to you and you alone. No one else out there has that. And if somebody tries to use that, that's a federal offense. So the feds kind of watch out for stuff like that. So the big thing is, it's not that bad to get a ham radio license. Takes a little work, gotta do a little studying, do that technician thing, find a place and take your test, pass your test, and then you wait. Takes about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then you can have your very own call sign. And then you can be on the air. Pretty cool, right? And that's about all there is to that. It's not that bad. And it is pretty simple. You just gotta know where to look. Well, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And as always, have a good one.